You know, when I contemplated translating this joke into uh, Arabic in order to make it fire the same laughter it fires in the English culture, I found it really, it's very hard to translate. But fortunately, there is a cultural equivalent, a cultural substitution for it in the Egyptian Arabic. You know, I'll say it in Arabic first. واحد مراتك بتخونك مع الكهرباء. عندنا كهربائي ولا يعرف اي حاجه في الكهرباء. Your wife is cheating on you with the electrician. He's not an electrician, he knows nothing about electricity. So instead of focusing on the treachery with wife, he focuses on the credentials of the electrician. Now we talk about textual jokes. It's the kind of jokes we actually encounter in translation, especially in translating your documents. I like to tell you, yeah, please don't disturb me. I tell you how when I first came to the United Nations, you know, we were given training about editing and writing. I don't know why, although we are a translator, that was 12 years ago, that's what happened. They told us, when we editors write, we have to be parsimonious, very economic in writing, to be concise, because we want to save space in order not to incur printing costs, you know. So, always the human writers write in an elliptical manner. This causes inadvertent omissions like the ones in the message noticed in translation. I don't know if there is a drunk editor theory for this. And it actually provokes a lot of funny textual jokes that you will see now. But before this, I will tell you how this conjured up a comic situation of a very famous comic figure in the 70s. His name was Abu Lam'a. Abu Lam'a was a person who used to actually utter verbal lies which were easily detectable because they defied any logic. So one of his famous gross lies is that when he was like, he was, you know, a left goalkeeper, and he once ran down to in the field, and he suddenly found that the players of his team, the 11 players, none of them showed up. So he had to take their place. So he put on 11 shirts and wore 11 shoes, you know, to play instead of them. So I'll tell you how he narrates this incident.
وبتشتغلي لعيب كرة كاوتش ما انا عارف بس شغلتك كده ايه بقى افضلش معاك انت كذاب اخرسي مش مصدقني الخوات حد ينسى يوم ما جت فرقة الملعب تلعبنا ده كان يوم له العادة الجمهور مالي الملعب بقى فوق بعضه بالعمال يصاصي ونزلت فرقة الملعب كده تتمرن وانا لوحدي استنى الفرقة بتاعتنا تاني محدش جه وبعدين الحكم صفر قلت ما بدهاش بقى وقف انت لوحدك وقلت وقف ازاي يا خفيف سيبك المخ اللي ضفني ضيف لبست انا 13 فانيلا فوق بعض وال 13 شرطه فوق بعض وال 13 بالعافيه جزمه فوق بعض ونزلت لك انا واحد ورا واحد وانا بالكره قدام استنى انت لما نشوف اخرتك لسه واقف الكلام دي ما يخصش مخي ابدا الفرقه بتاع الكاره خدعت الراكب ازاي بقى تبقى الفرقه خدعت وهو ينزل ازاي الفرقه دي ب
11 You see, now return to the textual jokes which we encounter, like those of Abu Lam'a in actual texts. You know, for example, supporting a crisis. The Department of Operational Support ensures that the United Nations system medical emergency response mechanism can provide integrated support to any crisis that may overwhelm. Imagine that the Department of Operational Support gives support to any crisis, to all. And another one is training on misinformation and disinformation for the police. course, we understand the implicit meaning, but it looks funny at the first glance. And then look at the third one. In India, an income tax was introduced under the British Empire to finance the costs of a rebellion against the British rule. Actually, when I introduced these sentences to AI, it didn't resolve the jokes. It translated them as it kept the jokes as is. But actually, one of our colleagues, Tarek, trained a module based in ChatGPT, and he gave it the name Abu Lama, like Abu Lama al-Asli, but now it is the antidote of Abu Lama. So actually, I was amazing for me when I introduced the first sentence to it, and I found that it translated it correctly, it deciphered the meaning. You see, providing integrated support in confronting any crisis. This is the implicit meaning which AI didn't give. So I really see this opportunity to thank Tariq for this achievement, and I'd like him to come up and talk more about this module he developed.
Thank you, Sharif, for allowing me this opportunity to give you more spotlight on Abu Lam'a. Most of you are familiar with it, and I'm really excited to tell you that Abu Lam'a was cited as an AI model in a book on legal translation in Arabic, published by one of our leading translators, Fatih Abdul Rauf. He published a book, and Abu Lam'a was mentioned in this book and citing some of its outcomes. So the start of Abu Lam'a was not that serious. It started also as a joke. Its birth came in a WhatsApp group with a group of translators. We are friends in real life, and we have a group on WhatsApp exchanging news, jokes, funny stuff. And as with each group of friends, each one has a unique feature. One is specialized in IT, one is specialized in providing a black view of the life. And my mission in this group is to change any serious topic into a joke. So one of our colleagues, he was obsessed with IT. He told us one day that he developed an AI model on ChatGPT, and he provided it with instructions, what's called the prompting, which I didn't know at that time. I didn't have any idea about what it means. So I decided to change the joke now into a serious stuff, and I had a one-to-one meeting with him online, and he taught me how to develop the prompt for Abu Lam'a. I think Abu Lam'a now is more than 1 year, almost 1 year, and it's developing day by day. And it started with a very simple prompt, but now it's more complicated. I provided it with terminology from the UN. I provided it with proofreading instructions, with the styles from the United Nations documents. So on almost a daily basis, I improve it. So I'm really happy with the feedback I get from colleagues coming to my office asking for advice on how to improve it, on how to use it. So I'm really happy with this. So I encourage you to use it because it's very helpful. I use it in my daily work in translation, and try to use it before it's attempted to the early separation program and leaves us. I'm sure he will get a generous compensation. So, okay, thank you, Sharif.
Well, thank you.
Hello. Now we turn into an interesting field of translation, which I discovered here while commuting in New York, which is translating subway commercials. You know, when you commute in New York, you find the walls of the subway littered with things that have nothing to do with transportation, like poetry in motion, if you have a plumbing issue, call Joe, etc. Uh, but one of the funniest ones I encountered, it was an ad about a restaurant. It says, you dated the hostess, but you still love the food. What is the link? I really took a lot, I cultured my brains to establish the link. So, but I discovered it at the end, you know? When you have a breakup with someone, you wanted to forget everything associated with this relationship. It generates a trauma. But the ad wants to say that the food, the deliciousness of the food beats the trauma and cured the man of this. So I really wonder, I translated it like this. I hope you like the translation. الهوستس سابتني بس الكباب ما سابنيش. The hostess left me, but the kebab didn't. Yeah. Another one actually was like this. It was on the wall of the subway. A health insurance that does not blow up your head. And if it does, you are covered. But really, I translated it into 3 dialects: Egyptian, Moroccan, and Lebanese. I'll tell you each version. The Egyptian one. التأمين ممكن يفجر دماغك لو حصل احنا شايلين الليلة. As you can see, this is the Egyptian. Moroccan. التأمين يصدع لك راسك اخويا، ما تقلقش اخويا راح نفتح. And the Lebanese. التأمين فعل لك راسك ولا تزعل، فقع او ما فقع نحن مخطينها. And now, actually, before I conclude, I'd like to thank Marcel and the Ham for their musical participation, and we would like to conclude with the musical performance by Ham about Abu Ghalabiyya. So Ham will play the. The man with the Ghalabiyya. I am the man with the Ghalabiyya. I'm not afraid. Can you lower the voice? لا حلو حلو. هو محمد قال لي. طب استنى نجرب. بتوع زمان ايام رضية. عندي الاوان الانسان تشكوني يا ابو جلابية عجبة وبطال بتوع زمان ايام رضية. عندي الاوان عرف الانسان ما انتش قولي. لا استنوا مفيش، اوعى حد يروح اي حته. لا لسه طول الوقت.
hold the camera for a second.
Okay. هي شغال من فوق الأول. شغال من فوق الأول. This is the original song.
ايوه هي اللي فاتت.
لا تحط هيدا هو وانت. رجعنا.
What happened? بص play it from this cup. From the cup.
beginning.
From the beginning. Okay, don't touch Just make the sound of this.
مش بتصدق والجلابية